Welcome to the Hyperspace Vault. Hey guys, today we're at the Antique and Toy Mall, South Louisville Antique and Toy Mall.
All kinds of Star Wars stuff here, as you can see.
Yeah. There's even tons of Marvel Legends figures over there.
Another assortment of Black Series figures.
Wow, they always have a lot of Black Series figures in this case. Like they even have some old. They even have some old Rogue One figures like this AT-ACT driver. And they have Poe Dameron. They even have assortment of Force Awakens figures. Including the most annoying one we don't really like to see, Constable Zuvio. So we just found something very special. The Luke Skywalker Star Wars Celebration X-Wing Pilot 40th Anniversary figure, 6-inch Black Series.
For $300. Wow.
$300.
A lot of cool stuff in this case. There's some older Black Series. There's a Sand Trooper Black Series.
Oh, look at this. They have the original...
There's some bigger figures up here.
They have the original Millennium Falcon. How much is it?
$95.
$95?
It looks kind of rough too.
Oh, I see the price tag.
And down below is some Transformer stuff, and then
cool.
Down here is
they have a cool Captain Rex figure. And then
like
some cool tanks that they look like they're just normal army tanks, but they added Imperial insignia on it.
Yeah, they've been customized for Star Wars, which is kind of cool. It looks like they painted them and put insignias on them. So some pretty cool stuff. And here's a really cool modified X-Wing back there that somebody's put paint on and did a really good job on it.
They have some gold. Yeah. So here we found the reissued Hasbro early bird certificate package from 2005. It says right here it's $50 from Walmart.
Pretty cool. I remember these being in stores back then, so that's pretty cool.
I have a Power of the Force Han Solo figure here. It's really cool how they have stuff from long ago. How they
and there's a bunch of other random Star Wars stuff in here.
Yeah.
Some die-cast vehicles.
And they have this like alarm clock thingy.
Wow, that was loud.
Yeah, loud but cool. And this cool lightsaber up here.
What is that there? Is that some... Oh, there's some soundtracks. Looks like prequel soundtracks on CD.
And then they have some little Star Wars plushies over here. And then a Darth Vader mask.
Here we found some original vintage figures still in the packaging. They look really good too. Some of them don't even have the hole punch. The cards were with the hole punch missing.
Well, very low price.
Not bad for vintage, yeah.
Yeah.
And over here we have the original 9-num mail-in figure. That's really cool. From Return of the Jedi. And what else do you see in this booth?
They have an aircraft carrier. It says giant aircraft carrier playset.
Some Star Wars Steins. I don't know. I've never seen those before. Must have been from the special edition, looks like.
And then they have some cars over here. Some Hot Wheels, Star Wars Hot Wheels stuff that I think is very weird. Oh, and I didn't see these. Some 3.75-inch Black Series figures that we have and we actually did reviews on.
Here's a little tripod laser cannon from Empire Strikes Back. That's cool.
And over here we found the original ATST.
Still in the box. Box is a little rough, but still pretty cool.
Doesn't have a top on it.
Here's some more random Star Wars stuff.
Okay, they have the ATST 3.75-inch Black Series set that Babbling Booby has. We actually saw your video on it.
Here is the original Darth Vader carrying case.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
They have two original Y-Wings about in the same exact shape, but very bad shape. And then they have the Tatooine Mos Eisley Cantina playset with all the pieces missing, except for this one sticker. And it says Star Wars Vintage Cantina Base. And it's $10. And they have some random Black Series along here from a few years ago.
And over here is a base to the Tatooine playset with the, I believe this was the Jawa playset.
And these guys are pretty cool. The really big storm.
Oh yeah, large Stormtrooper.
Stormtrooper doesn't work. And they have a Darth that doesn't work either. And then they have the Grandmaster Inquisitor from the Star Wars Rebel series. And then they have Ezra Bridger disguised in his Scout Trooper suit from the series.
Okay, here's a few more cool things we saw. Here in this case we saw a vintage TIE Fighter. It looked like it was in really good shape. Really nice TIE Fighter.
Massive wings.
And then next we saw some more Black Series figures, including the Stormtrooper set that I think it's an Entertainment Earth exclusive. That comes with the Crimson Trooper.
And then the Sand
Imperial
Trooper.
Droid.
And then the TIE Fighter pilot.
That's a pretty cool set.
Yeah.
And then we saw some more vintage stuff. Vintage X-Wing, Cloud City car, Snowspeeder, and
ATST, Slave One, TIE Fighter, and then some of those mini little tank things.
They were on Hoth. I think they were included. I don't know if they were sold separately in a Hoth set or included with some of the Hoth set, but I remember seeing those. And then we saw the most expensive thing we ever saw that day we went to the South Louisville Toy Mall was Yak Face vintage figure, still on card. They wanted $2,500 for Yak Face. I believe Yak Face wasn't even released in the U.S. if I remember my Star Wars toy history correctly. I don't believe Yak Face was released in the U.S. I believe it was over in the U.K. But they had one here still in the package. So that was really cool to see it. I don't know if I've ever seen one before, but $2,500 and you can take home Yak Face.
So, next we saw a few more things.
Snowspeeder here looked like it was from Empire Strikes Back, an original vintage Snowspeeder. It looked like it was in pretty good shape.
And it came with a Wampa beside it.
Yeah.
a vintage Wampa figure.
I believe the Wampa was separate because I think he has his own little price tag on it there.
Oh, yeah. Looks like it.
And then we saw Cloud City Twin Pod Cloud Car. $30. That's not too bad considering it's still in the box and everything. I don't know what shape it was in, but since it had a box, you'd think it'd be pretty good shape.
And right beside it, we saw the Luke's land speeder from Tatooine.
Yeah.
Right beside it. So.
And then
we saw a case filled with Star Wars stuff and a few comic books.
Star Wars comic books, a big tub of loose vintage figures, and a Max Rebo.
That looks like he's faded away. The paint on it.
Yeah, he's kind of faded there, but that's still pretty cool.
Also, fun fact, he doesn't have any arms, so he plays it with his legs. I have no idea if you guys knew that or not. Cool.
On our way home, we stopped by, well, we didn't stop, but we drove by Toys R Us. All the Toys R Us stores closed in the U.S. on Friday, or last Friday. So we just decided to stop by and take a few last pictures of Toys R Us. Because they're all now closed and gone forever.
This one's pretty cool because it says Jeffrey's Toys R Us.
Yeah, this is an older store and it was never, I guess it was probably never remodeled. Because it still has some of the old signage around.
It kind of looked a little small.
So that was kind of cool to see. And I don't know what's going to happen with these stores, but...
And then we saw a little sign that said Toys R Us that was really vintage looking and rusty.
Yeah, that was like the entrance to the parking lot. And that had been there probably, I guess, since they built Toys R Us. Because they never did anything to it. And it's just kind of rusting away. Okay, we're going to show you, now we're going to show you what we picked up. Hey guys, we made it back from the South Louisville Antique and Toy Mall, and we're going to show you what we picked up today. We found some really good deals over there today. First thing I want to show you is we picked up this Jenna Urso Black Series figure with the base that it comes with, and this was a Kmart exclusive that came out back when Rogue One came out, and I haven't seen it in quite a while, but the guy had it in his booth marked for $10, and then he had a sign up that was 50% off everything that wasn't marked firm, which this wasn't marked firm. So I actually picked this up for $5. I just cannot believe I got this for $5. I mean, it is a really good deal that we found. Looks like she comes with like a stormtrooper gun, and then like I think that might be her baton thing over here. We'll do a opening and review of this later, probably in another video. But we'll just kind of give you a quick look.
It's actually a very good deal. It's a very good deal. Another thing about a very good deal is because Kmart, it's a Kmart exclusive, and Kmart is closed, so you can't find this anywhere else anymore because Kmart is closed, and that was a Kmart exclusive.
Yeah, our local Kmart's closed. There's still a few around. I think there might be 2 or 3 stores that open left in our state. But that's, yeah, our local store. There was 2. We had 2 local stores, and they both closed back at the beginning of this year. Anyways, next I found this Star Wars Elite Series
Bodhi
Rook. And same price, $10, got 50% off, so I picked him up for $5. This is a die-cast figure, and I haven't gotten any of these before, and I don't know how they compare to the Black Series. They look a little, I guess where it's metal, they look a little more bulky looking, but they're close to the same size, maybe just a hair bigger. But the reason why I got him is because they never made a Black Series figure of Bodhi for some reason. And I thought, well, if I'm going to eventually get all the Rogue One figures, I want to have him to complete the collection, or at least have a completed look.
He even comes with some glasses and his backpack with the wire on it that he had to use in Rogue One. Yeah,
and he also comes with a base to stand him on, which I really wish the standard Black Series figures would start coming with bases, which I heard a rumor that they might start producing them with a base to stand them on. That would be really nice.
But I mean, all of them have peg holes, which is weird because they don't have a base. So, yeah, maybe they should start making bases.
And the last thing we picked up at the toy mall was the hover tank pilot, the Imperial hover tank pilot, which is another Rogue One figure. It looks really cool. He was actually a Toys R Us exclusive.
Rest in peace, Toys R Us. Yeah.
So there's no number on him. Another cool figure. There's also an ACT pilot figure that they made for Rogue One, which was a Target exclusive, I believe. We don't have that one either, but we might get that one at some point in the future just to complete the set. And we picked this one up for $12, which I thought was a really good price, because usually you see these, you know, 20 or plus, just because they were Toys R Us exclusive. And as far as I can tell, none of this, all this stuff was brand new. None of this stuff has been open, so we got some really good deals today when we went to that toy mall. And I hope you enjoyed that video that we made over there. Saw some really cool stuff. Also,
very hot today.
Yeah, it was like 96 degrees today, so it was so hot. And the last thing we picked up, on our way back, we stopped at Half Price Books, and we found this really cool exclusive Darth Vader figure from Celebration 3.
Star Wars Celebration 3.
This was back in 2005 is when this was released, and it was kind of like right before Revenge of the Sith was being released in theaters. They had this for $5.99, so I was like, well, I might as well get it because this is exclusive. Never seen it before, really. But anyways, it has voice, has a button here, and it has
sometimes he even says, "Welcome to Star Wars Celebration 3," which is really cool.
Yeah, he has 3 or 4 different phrases, and plus the breathing sound.
Very cool. Did Hasbro do these? I think Hasbro actually did this.
Star Wars Celebration 3.
There he goes.
Never will you find
People,
a more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
People at Star Wars Celebration 3 come up to that, and then they push the button, and he says that.
Yeah, this one's in decent shape. The top has been bent down a little bit at some point, but I noticed that on eBay they were going for about between $15 and $20, and I think he says like 3 or 4 phrases.
The dark side is now complete.
If you want to leave them in the package, you can take out the batteries and put new ones in if they
Yeah, they left it
out.
open here to where you can change out the batteries, so that's kind of cool if you want to leave it open. I don't know if we'll open this or not. He's got a nice little base it comes with, so we'll see. I mean, it's not in perfect shape. It does have the wrinkle across the top, and I'm hoping that we can pull this price tag off. Yeah. So altogether, excellent finds today. I really didn't think we'd come across or come home with that much stuff, but we really got some really good deals. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you for watching, and
may the Force be with you always.